How to define your brand niche. What a topic. This is probably in the top 3 most common questions that I get asked as a brand strategist. So in this video, I'm answering it, and I think you're gonna like my answer. Stick with me. I'm Phil Pallen, a brand strategist. Welcome to my channel where I share practical advice to build your brand. Today I'm in Crete, Greece, and this is a video that I've wanted to make for a long time because it is a question I get asked a lot. How to define your niche as a brand or as a business? Let's discuss it. As a brand strategist, I work with brands of all shapes and sizes. Some people come to me with just an idea. Other people come to me with a business that has 50 or more employees. No matter the size, this is something that many business owners ask and are not clear about yet. I want to start with a disclaimer. In my experience, a niche can be an excellent tool for gaining clarity over your audience. But also, when taken too seriously, I personally find that niches can actually hinder your growth and performance, and I'll explain. I found that business owners often approach niching, or a niche, however you pronounce it, from one of 2 different ways. First, they obsess over their niche above all else, aiming for absolute refinement and perfection. This stops them from focusing on what really matters, growing a business. That's the first flawed approach that I see. Second flawed approach, they look the other way with niches out of fear of being too specific, too good at something, that's what people know them and call them for. And they think they're alienating potential customers outside of said niche. So I've described just now what not to do. The goal here is for all brands to arrive somewhere in the middle. Let me frame it this way. A niche is like a hypothesis. It's not a law. Don't be worried about people fitting into your perfect idea of a niche. It's more important to hit the ground running and test your hypothesis to see who says yes to your business. It's much easier to establish a niche in hindsight when you can actually reflect on work you did and the people you worked with and who was happy with your product or service. More than defining a niche, I encourage you to think about just answering a few of these questions. There are 3. Let's start with question number 1, how can you satisfy a need? Every good business satisfies a need. Think about it. If you've got common sense, curiosity, and a mission to contribute, you're already on the right path. And the more you work, the more you serve customers and learn from customers, and the more successes that you'll experience, which will reinforce your ideal audience from actually testing it. So the first question is, how can you satisfy a need? Question number 2, who can I satisfy that need for? After you've thought about what, you can start to ponder who. But again, I don't think this question is more important than simply starting and getting real-time feedback. If you feel you want a bit more clarity on who you can help, consider checking out my Defining Your Target Audience worksheet. It will not ask you to drill down on demographics, but instead it will give you clarity on the emotional desires of a broader audience in a series of just a few questions that all fit on one page. I think you'll like it, and it's free, so I'm hyperlinking to that in the description below. Question 3. What does your dream business look like? Envision the future, maybe 5 years from now, maybe 10 years from now, although I probably wouldn't go too far into the future. I think 1 year from now is great, 5 years from now is great. Those are great questions for getting inspired, but still staying practical and motivated now to do what it takes to make it happen. To round off this video, I want to mention that this is a topic I tackled recently with my co-host Lauren on our podcast Brand Therapy, episode 143, How Do You Define Your Niche? If you listen to podcasts, you might want to check it out. Again, I've linked to it below. If you've got any lingering questions, comment below. Let's keep the conversation going on down there. I respond to those personally. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a like. That helps other people discover these videos, which we work hard to create for you. Finally, subscribe for more of my videos on branding, positioning, building, and promoting your brand. Next, I'm sharing through a few videos that I think you'll be interested in. I'm Phil Pallen. Thanks for watching, and those videos are coming up next.